Hey YouTube, Untamed here. So forgive me, I've done a pretty poor job at uploading videos this last few weeks. I actually just wrapped up a 12-day work week myself, so I've been pretty busy and a little distracted from YouTube for good reason. And I want to do a lot more content on the Land Cruiser here and update you guys on a number of things, and that's in store coming up. But for now, I figured I was about due to give you guys an update video on my pedal commander that I installed as plug and play, installed on my 2019 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. For those of you who frequent my channel, you know I installed it maybe about 2 months ago at this point, and I remember being totally blown away by just how much it improved the throttle response of the 4Runner here. Now, for full transparency, I've never considered the 4Runner to be lackluster by any means. You know, it's an SUV. I don't buy SUVs. I don't buy trucks and SUVs for their acceleration or their speed or their quote unquote performance in that regard. I've never done that, and I think a lot of you could relate to that. And especially with it being the 4Runner and having the 4-liter V6 tied to the 5-speed automatic transmission, the longer gears of the 4Runner here, I've never thought it needed additional performance. But once I put the pedal commander on, I was super impressed by just how much it improved the throttle response. And that's ultimately what it's doing. And it really does improve the driving experience. Recently, within the last couple of weeks, I've kind of started to wonder if it's kind of in my head a little bit. It's kind of like a placebo effect to some degree, that I think it's doing a little bit more than what it really is. So a couple days ago, I actually popped it back over to the stock tune, or turned it off in a sense, and I felt it as it was stock, and I remember being blown away. It was refreshing to see just how much of an impact it does have on the driving experience. So I've totally gotten used to the pedal commander being on there, and for good reason. It definitely improves, the off-the-line acceleration, which I appreciate. But again, not necessarily needed with it being a 4Runner, being an SUV. Because it is a 4Runner with the longer gears of the 5-speed automatic transmission, I feel like the power delivery has always been pretty linear, as a good thing for the 4Runner, whereas in my old Tacomas, I referenced this in my previous pedal commander video, I always kind of considered the Tacoma to be a little bit more lackluster when it comes to its power delivery. Always constantly hunting for gears, searching for that next gear, trying to maximize fuel economy while trying to maximize performance at the same time. So it never felt totally balanced compared to the 4Runner here. So within a platform like the Tacoma in particular, the automatic Tacoma, the current generation Tacoma, I feel like this pedal commander would be extra useful, extra beneficial to the driving experience. So I personally have never tried that. For those of you who have, chime in the comments. Let me know what your opinion and your take on the pedal commander is for the Tacoma. So I'd be curious to see that or hear that. But for now, I'm gonna pop into the 4Runner, remind you guys what it looks like, and kind of show you the different adjustments that you can go through. I have had it, excuse me, it's really windy, sorry guys. I have had this on the same exact mode ever since I installed it. I tried out the different modes. I tried out Sport, I tried out Sport Plus, kind of remind you what it looks like here. I've tried out Sport Plus. It just was almost too much. It was almost overbearing of how much of an impact it has. So it's definitely a thrill to drive in Sport Plus 4, but I have had it. Let me turn it on, guys. Sorry. So I've consistently had it in City 4. So you see how the orange red light there, orange, I'm colorblind, under City is lit up, and then down below, Plus 4. So you can go through, you can adjust it, of course, accordingly. But this is what I found to be the sweet spot, and I really appreciate it. Even this is a very noticeable difference. I'm not kidding when I say that. So just having it to Plus 4, much more snappier off the line, and really just a lot more enjoyable to drive, in my personal opinion. So excuse the tire pressure light there. So if you guys have been on the fence of getting one, I think it's worth a shot. I think it's worth considering. At very least. If you don't like it, well, send it back. I think it's worth a shot. You guys know I mentioned in my last video, Pedal Commander does offer you guys a 10% off discount through my affiliate link. I'll put that in the video description below, as I did last time. So it's worth a shot, I think. I'm happy that I've gotten one on here, and it really does improve the driving experience overall. So no regrets on my end getting it. Let me know what your thoughts are if you've gotten it, and I'd be curious too if you've gotten it on a different vehicle, right? So if you've gotten it on, it doesn't need to be a Toyota. If you got it on your Silverado, whatever it is, right? So if you've gotten it on your vehicle before, I'd be curious to know what your thoughts are on how it's improved or hindered the driving experience. I'd really be curious to see what the impact would be on a V8. So like the 5.7 liter that we have in the Land Cruiser over there, what the impact, what would it feel like in a V8 power plant? Same goes, for the Tundra, of course. So I'll wrap up the video there, guys. Again, forgive me for not doing a good job at uploading videos for you guys recently. Appreciate you watching, as always. Until next time.